Tom Taylor, Cian Tormey, and Daniel HDR pit Nightwing against Red Hood as the Vigilante is filmed killing a group of people, forcing Dick to seek out his troubled brother and prove his innocence. Tom Taylor continues his excellent Nightwing series with a great annual that explores Dick's relationship with Jason Todd and how it's evolved over the years ever since their first meeting. While the overall plot of the fake Red Hood running around and Nightwing investigating to clear his brother's name doesn't really tread any new ground, I loved how it teamed both of them up again and their characterizations were absolutely on point here. Jason has had a bit of an evolution in the last few years and has dropped using the guns and kind of mellowed out a little bit, and he isn't as edgy as he used to be, and I like Tom putting that in their interactions and Dick actively showing how proud he is of Jason ditching the guns and becoming a little bit more lenient. There was also this great through line of brothers sticking together and covering for one another, even when their father figure does something shitty like actively pit them against one another to keep things competitive. So I enjoyed Tom getting to explore that a little bit here. The talented Cian Tormey and Daniel HDR lend their talents to the annual, delivering some really great looking dark action fit for Gotham with some great colourful flashbacks, as well as the return of the classic and best Nightwing costume with the high collar light blue version. Nightwing 2021 Annual was a really fun adventure with Dick and Jason, exploring their brotherly relationship and what they have learned from each other over the years and how that has changed them for the better. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Nightwing 2021 Annual finds an unseen assassin told his target is moving and he might not be out in the open again, so they need to move. Elsewhere, Mr. Leinker is taken to his car by his guards, told everything is prepared and his new safe house is all set up. The car speeds off as the guards tell him they won't be paying attention to things like speed limits. Leinker knows that many want to see him imprisoned or dead, and while he's made a lot of money, he hasn't made a lot of friends. His guard knows he's being paid really well to defend the man when suddenly something lands on the roof of the car, crumpling it. That something turns out to be Red Hood, who shoots the driver and jumps off the car, letting it crash and explode. Red Hood kills the guards outside. As sometime later, Dick and Barbara look over the video footage of the attack, knowing that this looks bad, but Dick doesn't think it's necessarily Jason. Red Hood tells the man that he knows what the man did, as Dick thinks that it's someone else wearing the costume, but the footage captures Red Hood removing his helmet, revealing himself to indeed be Jason Todd, who says that the world and the city will be better off without the man. Dick is upset to see it's his brother as Leinker opens fire on Jason, but his armor stops the bullet as Jason kills the man. Dick wonders how Barb even got this footage, revealing it's body cam footage from one of the guards, who reveals to Red Hood that they were all FBI agents and Leinker was an informant and he was going to give them up someone they've been after for a decade. Barb knows that after this is when Jason disappeared, but his locator is still on and he's in a warehouse in Gotham. Dick wants to pay him a visit, as sometime before, Dick is called by Alfred, who requests he come home. Dick reminds him that Bruce fired him and made it clear that he's getting replaced. Alfred says that Bruce is away at the moment and it's actually him asking Dick to come back. Dick relents, heading to Wayne Manor, where Alfred introduces him to Jason Todd, shutting them in a room together. The two talk, with Dick learning that Batman benched Jason as well thanks to his impossible standards, something Dick knows all too well. Jason, however, was referring to Dick's standards since he never lived up to Dick's golden boy stature in the eyes of Bruce, and Bruce was constantly comparing him to Dick. Dick hopes that it makes the boy feel better to know that he was fired, asking if Jason really stole the wheels off the Batmobile, knowing that that's quite hilarious. Dick tells the boy that part of Bruce's whole thing is keeping them competitive and making them meet impossible expectations. He apologizes Bruce used him to make Jason feel small, but there is more to being Robin than Batman can teach him. Jason knows that, but knows it will take time, but Dick thinks that he can give him a head start, telling Jason to suit up and meet him in the Batcave, promising not to tell Bruce if Jason doesn't. Later, after suiting up, Robin meets Nightwing in the Batcave, really hoping Dick isn't thinking of taking the Batmobile. Nightwing is, as he takes the keys from Alfred as the dynamic duo head out. Jason knows that he's been in the car before, but now it feels different and better, asking if he can put his feet on the dashboard, but Dick knows he probably shouldn't since there's buttons there that launch rockets. Dick tells him that they are going on patrol, taking to the rooftops of Gotham as he tells Jason that Batman isn't talkative, but Robin Robin is, and it's to be a distraction since Batman and Robin are more effective if Robin is annoying. Jason knows he can definitely be annoying as they spot an injured man. Nightwing and Robin help the man, learning that someone has kidnapped his son as Robin takes off down the alley against Dick's orders. The kidnapper meanwhile hits the kid on the head with a gun, telling him to shut up as Robin confronts him. The man isn't afraid of the colourful costume wearing boy Wonder as Nightwing catches up, taking him down as Robin distracts the man. Robin tells the boy that's going to be okay as Nightwing tells him that they are friends of his father. As Dick looks after the boy, Robin finds the kidnapper, saying that if he wants to hit a kid, he can hit him. Robin smashes the man in the face over and over as Dick stops him, knowing that that's going too far as the police arrive, prompting the heroes to leave. On the car ride back to the manor, Dick talks with Jason about his previous life, knowing adults hurt him when he was a kid and he wants to punish people. Dick understands, knowing that feeling will always be there since he's been there as well, but they have to be better than the people who hurt them. Jason apologizes, wondering if he's going to tell Batman, but Dick says that he won't since he knows brothers are supposed to keep each other's secrets. In the present, Dick confronts Jason, who says that he didn't kill those men. Dick does believe him since he knows Jason would own up to that. He gets Jason to take off his shirt so he can check for a bruise of where the bullet Linklater shot at him would have hit, knowing it's not that he doesn't trust Jason since he just watched the man shoot and kill a group of FBI agents, and while he's already working on a theory on how his eyes could be wrong, this will help eliminate other possibilities. Dick finds no bruise from the bullet, taking his leave and reassuring Jason that he will tell him if he's cleared when he visits the crime scene. Jason follows after Dick as Dick finds Oracle has discovered the FBI have not recovered the bullet that was shot at Red Hood, and they know it dropped at the crime scene, but it was also raining at the time. Jason heads into a nearby storm drain looking for the bullet, which he soon finds. Later at the old Batcave under Wayne Manor, the heroes want to analyze the bullet as Jason says that the shooter couldn't have been him since he stopped using guns. Dick now knows he's using a crowbar, but Jason defends his reasonings, saying that Batman dresses like a bat and it's similar thing to facing his own fear. Dick thinks then he should dress like a crowbar and maybe even pose like one as well, but he is proud of his brother for putting away the guns, and so is Bruce. The analysis finishes up as Dick knows that Linklater said that he knew who Red Hood is, but he thinks that the man saw something they missed on the footage, and the analysis confirms it as there is clay on the bullet. Uncovering the Mr. Freeze cold gun, Jason knows that it doesn't look like he's done with guns just yet. Oracle contacts Nightwing about Red Hood being spotted outside of one of Linklater's restaurants where his main lieutenants are holed up in. Dick knows to get 6 blocks quickly they are going to steal their father's Batmobile again, as at the restaurant the fake Red Hood blasts his way in. Dick and Jason soon arrive, smashing into him with the Batmobile, knowing that the being is Preston Payne, the Clayface. Clayface attacks the heroes as Jason takes off, telling Dick to keep the villain's attention. Jason grapples up to the roof when Batman confronts him, catching Red Hood off guard. Dick smashes Batman in the face, revealing it to actually be Clayface, who grabs Nightwing and pushes him against a wall. Jason tells him to drop his brother as the villain continues to try and pretend to be Batman. Jason doesn't buy it, shooting the villain with his cold gun and trapping him in ice. Later on, Clayface is put in the restaurant's freezer, his head unfrozen so he can tell the heroes everything they need to know or they'll be turning him into ice cream. Clayface says that he impersonated Red Hood because he's the most violent of the bats and one who the FBI would believe without question. Jason wants to know who the FBI are after, but Clayface says it won't matter since he's already at the airport and probably halfway to the Maldives already, revealing they were after Wolfgang Blisma. Hearing the name, Jason freezes the villain, smashing his head up as Dick asks if he's okay. Jason says he is, asking for help in picking up the pieces of Clayface so they can take him to the FBI. Dick wants to know who Wolfgang is to him, so Jason reveals that he was a drug dealer way back when and made a lot of money off selling a bad product. A product which hurt many people, including Jason's mother, who overdosed on the drug and forced Jason to witness his first overdose, his first emergency phone call, and the first time when the paramedics fought to bring her back to life. Dick is sorry about it, wondering why Clayface is after the villain, so Jason thinks that since Preston was always in pain, Wolfgang gave him something to ease his pain and it didn't work. Dick tells Barbara to see if she can find a private plane taking off from Gotham Airport to the Maldives as he offers up the Batmobile keys to Jason, allowing him to drive. Wolfgang meanwhile is told by his pilot that the air traffic control won't let them leave yet, but the man points a gun at his pilot, demanding he take off now. As the air traffic control tower demands they stand down, the plane races down the runway. The Batmobile appears in front of them, but Jason doesn't brake or swerve, slamming straight into the plane and ripping off its wheels and wings, causing it to crash in an explosive fire. Wolfgang survives, however, leaving the plane guns blazing as the heroes rush to him and Jason gets there first, beating the villain down with his crowbar as Dick arrives, calling him Robin, which gets Jason to stop. Jason says the authorities are going to take him away and everything he has will be gone, knowing a lot of people in Gotham's prisons probably won't be too happy with what he did to them. Wolfgang is arrested as later Jason says that sometimes seeing things get justice and seeing their power taken and freedom taken is better than dealing out violence. Dick reminds him that he hit the man with a crowbar pretty hard, but Jason reminds him he uses scrimmer sticks as well, wondering if they are like fluffy pillows. Getting back into the Batmobile, Jason plans on getting it back to the Batcave before Batman even knows it was gone, but Dick thinks the world's greatest detective might notice a little bit of the damage that is on the car, but Jason tells him that they don't need to own up to it, since brothers are supposed to keep each other's secrets.